Okay, so here we are. This is a second client of ours in the same area as my first client. So this is the front of the property. So this is a front and a back part of the property. We have a couple of lawns, and these get sun partial part of the day. It gets blocked by the building quite often, and we've got quite a bit of moss has built up over the winter months. Now, it's quite natural. We don't like to do too much like pressure washing. We like to leave the original brickwork, etc. So I'm going to be looking at the lawn as a separate video for you. We've got this trellis here that I've decided I'm going to be removing later today, and we've got this big old conifer sitting in the front here, which is overgrown and taking up a lot of light. So one of the jobs this year is going to be rip that one out, get visited by the little doggy. But yeah, we're going to deal with the lawns first, as one of my first jobs that day. Now, in the back garden here, we've got lots of beds. We've got the Nepetia there on the bottom right. That's going to need chopping back. We left that because it was still in flower when we were looking at the property at the end of the year. Now, we've got a lot of these beds. We've got lots of leaves drops. Now, I like to leave the leaves down, get it off the lawn, throw it into the beds, let it rot down, add nutrients to the actual soil. The grass itself, again, this is a big issue. It's a huge lawn. It's very mossy, and this has more than 50% moss in this particular lawn, so it's not worth doing a treatment, because if we kill all the moss off and we scrape it all out, we can have a lot of bare soil. We'll have to do a huge amount of work of overseeding, and unless the clients really wants to spend a lot of money doing the overseeding and maintaining it and doing all the watering, which they're not that worried about, we're going to maintain it. Now, we've got a lot of leaf drops, and we've got lots of branches that I've got to go around and clear up later during this day. As I said, this is just, sorry, hiccups there. I'm going to be doing a walk around. This is kind of was originally a shady garden area. We've got a lot of cut back stuff. We've got big compost piles in this garden, so we are going to be having a big old burn off in this particular garden with one of the neighbours. We've got these border beds where we've got so we've got some malloces in here. We've got some lots of roses. We've got another trellis that is almost collapsing, which we need to deal with. That's going to come out later today. We've got an allotment area which hasn't really been used. Client doesn't really have a lot of time, so what we've been using this allotment area for is growing perennials that we can use in other parts of the garden, which is something I do every year. So we get lots of plants I can dig out. We've got the salvia hot lips in this garden, which we need to deal with. This was a Buxus that got hit by Buxus caterpillar at the latter part of the year. It was sprayed, so we recovered it, but now I've got to clear off all the dead leaves. We've got a lot of these sedums, which again I leave the flowers on throughout the winter. This is just to protect it. And then the last thing I've got to look at here, which is we've got this wisteria, which needs a big cutback.